I'll give you guys my takeaways, my overall winners from each, not necessarily position group, but from just the day as a whole. I'll kind of talk about it for a slight bit. Guys, I want to give a huge shout out. I mean, a massive shout out to arguably one of the best receivers right now in the Senior Bowl, and that is Ted Hurst. Guys, Ted Hurst is going to be a day two pick, and dude, he is electric. He is a dominant receiver, physical at the line of scrimmage, and he is a very clean route runner. I am so excited for what the rest of this week is going to look like for him. I hope that he stays for the rest of the week. I would expect him to do so because, guys, he's still got a lot to grow throughout the rest of this week, and he's got a lot to continue to develop on as we continue throughout the week. Quarterbacks. I don't really have a clear winner right now because, listen, he just isn't there. None of them really showed out. I like Sawyer. I thought he made some decent throws. Diego Pavia made some really tough throws. I thought Colt Payton had his moments as well. The second group, man, with Taylor Green and Garrett Nussmeier, Luke Altmaier, nothing really caught my eye. Nothing really was, in my opinion, impressive. So I really don't know just yet with what to think about them, with what to think about what they've done as a whole throughout the day. Again, we've still got, 2 more days left of practice. So hopefully these next 2 days are going to be just as good. I thought the competition was really good. I really did. The one-on-ones and the pass pro, thought it was excellent. I'll give you a couple of my winners from the defensive and offensive line. Let's start off with Michigan's Derek Moore. Dude, Derek Moore looked dominant throughout pass pro today. But I will say, had his ups and downs. Knocked big Markel Brown from Miami on his back, or Markel Bell on his back at the Senior Bowl. Guys, holy cow. I mean, he knocked him on his ass. Oof. He came in with a lot of power, dude, and that was impressive. Just to say the least, man. I mean, it was really, really impressive. Extremely impressive. The way he got off the football, just went speed to power. Almost the same thing that Mike Green did going up against the Oregon offensive tackle from last year. He's going to be a very special player. He really is. I thought Illinois showed out at times today. I look, man, I am extremely impressed with Gabe Jacas. Gabe Jacas really showed out. I thought he had some really good reps in pass pro. Thought he stood up, man, stood tall and got in a 4-eye and played as a defensive tackle, man. Thought he had some really solid reps in run support. And I thought he was physical today. Thought he was very, very physical. On the offensive line side, man, thought Jalen Farmer had some really good reps at guard. I think I would expect to move him a bit to tackle. Wouldn't be surprised if you see him bouncing around at that point in time. Gennings Dunker, man, there's a reason why people have him as a first-round grade offensive lineman. Rep after rep, he's just ripping across the line. He's just ripping across in team period, getting great in 8 blocks throughout the time, climbing up to the second level. Not a whole lot of guys are being able to scrape across. Thought he did a solid job in that department, man. Thought he did really, really well at that offensive line position. I'm really, really excited to see him the rest of this week. I'm hoping that he stays. I don't want him to leave just yet. If he does, my heart might be broken because he's going to be he's something special. Jake Slaughter's the All-American center, and there's a reason why. Thought he had some really good things today. Thought he was very physical. Him and Caleb Banks went at it in pass pro, and he held his own for the most part. But I mean, that's what I'm expecting when you got two teammates going up against each other. Those are two dominant, two of the best interior offensive and defensive linemen in this year's NFL draft class. They're both going to be very special. Tim Keenan and LT Overton both got reps. Tim Keenan played more of that nose tackle / one tech defensive tackle role. Tim Keenan LT Overton was playing more of an edge presence. I was surprised that he didn't switch between 3 tech and 5. But again, I think he's going to continue to get some more reps at that point in the time. Let me tell you about this guy, man. And I was extremely, extremely impressed with Stanford's tight end, Sam Roush. Guys, Sam Roush had some really good routes today, working on guys like Jalen Kilgore. Don't matter who it was that he lined up against, he won every single battle that he played against. It was impressive. Very, very impressive, man. And that should give you a lot of confidence if you are an offensive lineman. I don't know what is going to happen the rest of this week from him, but dude, tight end wise, him and the Houston tight end, trying to remember that kid's name because I interviewed him earlier today and I feel really bad. Tanner Kazol. I still don't remember how you say his last name. But Tanner, I thought, had a really solid day of practice. I told him, man, you're one of the fastest rising stars in the NFL draft cycle. He is. Crazy as it sounds. But I think him and Sam Roush, two guys that I think they're going to be really, really good at the tight end position. Really think they're going to expect – I'm going to see a lot from them. Dude, Jalen McMurray, have a day. Thought he had some really good reps out there in pass pro. Here's some big disappointments that I thought. Guys, Chris Johnson got cooked. Mountain West Defensive Player of the Year, All-American corner. Love his tape. Dude. Oh, my gosh. These Texas Tech receivers had his name. Caleb Douglas and Reggie Virgil were cooking the piss out of this dude. They just had their way with him, and he couldn't do hardly anything about it. Part of me felt bad, but another part of me is like, not really. But, hey, man. Hopefully he has a better day too, man. Bruh. I mean, part of me does feel bad, but another part of me is like, you've got to find ways to be better at your craft. You had a rough day today, but how do you recover? That's going to be the biggest thing that he's going to have to ask himself at the end of it all. Quarterbacks as a whole, I would say, is on a fall rate, but I pretty much expected it. I'll say this. I didn't think Taylor Green was bad, but, I mean, it goes back to the quarterback thing. Nobody really stood out, in my opinion. But that's just me. TJ Parker, dude, just continuing to build his name as a first-round draft pick. I thought he had a really good day today. I think this is his last day. I think he's gone after today. Definitely wouldn't be